In this question, we're asked to find the area of this shaded region here. Now, in order to do that, we would need to integrate this function here, this straight line, y equals x plus 3. That will give us this whole area, this trapezoid here. And then we need to subtract the area under this curve. So we need to integrate this function as well. And we integrate between the limits. And the limits are from this point and this point, and we want the x values. Now it looks as if those are -1 and 2, but we should actually check. And the way we check is to put these two functions equal to each other. What we actually have is y equals x squared plus 1. And we also know that y is equal to x plus 3. So if we put those equal to each other, in other words, x squared plus 1 is equal to x plus 3, we can rearrange this to get x squared minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. That will factorize into x minus 2 and x plus 1 equal to 0, and therefore x is equal to 2 or -1, and that's as we expected. Now to find this area, what we're saying is we'll take the integral between -1 and 2, so those limits, of this linear function here, x plus 3, with respect to x, and we need to subtract the integral between the same limits of this curve here, so x squared plus 1, with respect to x. Okay, let's go ahead and do some integration. So integrating this function here, we would get x squared over 2 plus 3x, and that's between -1 and 2. And we are subtracting x cubed over 3 plus x, and that's between those same limits. Now we'll do some substitution. So substituting 2 into here, I would have 2 squared, which is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then I've got 3 times 2, which is 6. So I've got 2 from here, 6 from here, so that's 8. And then we're subtracting the following. We're putting -1 in here. So that would give me a half here. I'd have a -3 here. So -3 plus a half is -2.5. And I'm subtracting -2.5, which is the same as adding 2.5. Now that's that one completed. Now we're going to subtract. Okay, substituting into this bracket, we will have 2 cubed, which is 8 over 3. So -8 over 3. Let me put this in brackets. Plus 2. And then we're subtracting, put -1 in here, so -1 over 3, plus, and that would be a -1. Okay, so here we have 10.5 minus this bracket here, 8 over 3 plus 2. Well, 2 is 6 over 3, so that'll give me 14 over 3. Here we've got -1 over 3 and -1. Well, -1 is -3 over 3, so that's -4 over 3. So that would give me a plus 4 over 3. So I've got 10.5 minus 18 over 3, which is 10.5 minus 6, which is 4.5. I hope you found that useful. If you did, give me a thumbs up and remember to subscribe and to click that little bell icon if you want to be notified of any future video uploads.